Good morning, everybody. I am out in my garden. I thought I'd just take a minute early this morning to do a little garden tour. Here is my blazing witch's grass. I absolutely love this plant. It's like a little hedging, mounding thing. It is amazing. My strawberries are coming in nice and thick, and so is my hollyhock. But really what's exciting is take a look at my fairy space. Look at how amazing that is. See, my asparagus is taller than the fence. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty amazing. Then I had some columbines pop up in my rocks. There's another one right there. It already bloomed and it's about to drop flowers. I didn't collect from that one because that's its first year. But I got to come out here and collect all of these so we can make our columbine oil. But look, last year when I planted irises, I thought I just had these purple ones. But look at these burgundy ones. They are so pretty. Look at how amazing that is. It is such a pretty color. And of course I have my purple ones. And my, like there's an iris in there in the lilacs. My lilacs are getting ready to bloom. It's a little late because they don't get a lot of sun right here. Another columbine that sprouted from flower. It's very exciting. My dill is coming in. Look at these cute little flowers on this asparagus plant, if it'll focus. See, look at how cute they are. They're so dainty. It's so nice. But that's not all. Let me show you in the back. Hold that thought. I almost forgot. Look at my little snapdragons. I planted them last year and they didn't come up either. Well, they didn't flower. And now I'm getting these really pretty little flowers. Look at. Snap. Snap. Welcome to the backyard garden. It's looking much better now. I did a bunch of weeding and whatnot. But I've got my lamb's ear coming back very thick. This grass is holding on. My mugwort, see how little it is? It'll become about 1.5 feet around. I have the Japanese mounding mugwort. So it stays pretty small. So it's really convenient as like an edge or trim. But look at the lamb's ear is just spreading everywhere. It's going to cover this whole space. That's my goal. And my blueberry bush, which didn't get any blueberries last year, this year has tiny little flowers. Look at that. Come on, focus. It won't focus on such a little thing. But they're so pretty. They're little dainty. Let's see. Focus. Oh, I won't do it. But they are so pretty. I'm hoping to get a bunch of blueberries this year, which is exciting. And then, if you follow my channel regularly, you know I have a mint problem. It's a good problem. I found a new mint. This mint looks more like a basil. It tastes like a basil. It's actually orange mint, but it tastes just like basil. My sister says it tastes like an orange. I don't think so. Everybody else agrees. It tastes like a basil. It's very pretty. I'm excited to see what it's going to look like when it gets a little bigger and how thick it comes in. And then I have my French Tarragon, which is doing wonderfully. It's growing back very nicely this year. And as you can see, my Russian Tarragon is also doing really well. It's almost as tall as the fence. Oh, that Tarragon smells amazing. I just touched. If you are looking for a good hedging plant that comes back every year, grows big and green and lush, this Russian Tarragon is amazing. You can grow it from seed. It comes back. It does really well. It does not have the same flavor as the French Tarragon, but it does have all of the same magical properties. So it's great for that. It doesn't get flowers or anything. It's just this big, pretty green bush. And then this year, well, last year, I let my onions go to seed so that I could try to not buy any more onion sets. And as you can see, I got lots of onions here. And if we go over here, my Veronica is coming back. This whole area was all dead. I didn't think it was going to come back. I was actually really worried it was just going to be a big dead spot. But look, it's coming back. It's exciting. And that one is flowering. I have some blue Veronica on the other side. This rupture wort, if you're looking for a good ground cover that spreads, easy to care for, low covering, no flowers, this rupture wort, well, it might get little flowers. But it's amazing. It's spreading really well too. It's nice and dense. It's nice to walk on. It's also a fire plant. But as you can see, all my onion seedlings came up. So here in a week or so, I'm going to dig all this up and spread all these out. But I got a ton of baby onions. And I'm just pulling all the flower tops because I don't want it to go to flower. I want it to stay producing bulbs. And my thyme, and then mint I stole from the neighbor, is doing really well. It's a very potent mint. It's a normal mint. And my pink, look at how pretty those little pink flowers are. Pink meadow sage. And my purple meadow sage. I saw some white meadow sage the other day I thought about buying, but I'm out of room. And my Russian sage is doing very well too. I'm going to just take this moment to talk about the difference between these two sages. So this is a sage, a salvia. As you can see, it's in the mint family. It's got a square root or square stem. And the leaves look like a sage leaf. You'll see this on just about all the sages. They're going to have this very similar look to them with the ruffles. Like as you can see, this kitchen sage, the leaves are a little different, but still very much that same shape. Now, if we look at this Russian sage, you can see the leaves are not shaped like that. They are actually shaped more like a mugwort. This is in the Artemisia family, like mugwort. So it's got that mugwort properties to it. Even though we call it a sage, it is an Artemisia plant. It has, I don't know, I personally think it smells like a barn. The flowers smell really good when you make them into a tincture or an oil. But this is just a great edging plant also, kind of like the Tarragon. If you're looking for a big plant, this one gets really big, pretty purple flowers, and it attracts a lot of bees. I just cut it back, so it's kind of scraggly looking right now. But it is a big plant, and it is not technically a sage. It is an Artemisia, so it's in the mugwort family. Just a random side note. So then we have my kitchen sage, which is getting flowers. Soon she'll be blooming. It'll be amazing. Coming around, I got another new mint. This one is Mojito Mint. I just planted these yesterday, so they're really small. But this one has some bigger leaves on it. It's got a more crisp smell to it than the other mints, but it tastes just like a mint. And my pineapple mint. Isn't it pretty? I really like this one just because it's a different color. It's got a different flavor, and when you make a tincture and oil out of it, it really retains that pineapple-y candy smell, which is really nice. And my oregano, I'm going to have to trim, so I'm going to do that on the new moon right after the dark moon. But look at it, it's almost 2 foot tall. It's crazy. It's so happy. My fancy oregano is so pretty. Also comes back. So these are some great plants if you live somewhere cold. These just thrive. Cut them, thrive. Cut them, thrive. Cut them, thrive. They do so well. I get so much oregano. It started out as 1 clump. I made it into 2. It's huge. It's crazy. Same with my thyme. Now this is just traditional thyme. It's not like creeping thyme or anything like that, so it does get pretty tall. It's not ideal for my path. As you can see, my path's a little overgrown. But that's okay. The exciting thing about that thyme is, look, I have thyme sprouting all over. So there's some here. I found some on the other side. I've got some lemon thyme here. It's actually a different genus of plant than traditional thyme. And it tastes like lemons. It's got these pretty little yellow leaves. They look similar in characteristics and why they have similar names. But technically, they're not in the same family. And my chives are just thriving. My daughter likes to eat them. And it's really funny. She won't eat onions, but she comes out here and eats all the chives and the onion tops. And she smells like salsa when she comes inside because of these chives. It's hilarious. And then my wild lettuce, I just let the lettuce go to seed every year and come back. So I have lettuce growing all over. My husband found some in the path. And my lemon balm is coming back. Not as thick as I would like it to, but it'll fill in. And then, very exciting, my calendula, which took forever to come in last year. I planted it in the house and from seed. I wasn't able to put it outside until like August, and now look, it's coming back this year. I'm very excited. Hopefully we'll have a lot of flowers. This bed will be specifically for calendula, and then my lemongrass will come back outside soon. It's almost warm enough. It's still pretty cold though. And then one last mint. Oh, this one is not doing so hot. I gotta water this better. So this one is Julep Mint. Just another different one. It also has it's like a fruity mint flavor to it. Clearly this did not get enough water yesterday. Fail. And last but not least, I have some more sages. I have my broadleaf sage. As you can see, it's got really big leaves. This one has really good prairie sunflowers everywhere. It's a noxious weed now. But this one has really big leaves. It's really nice for making smudge sticks because they roll up really nicely. And my grape plants, which I didn't think were going to do anything this year. Look at, there's a grape. It's very exciting. I had more on my other plant, but the neighbor's stinky cat jumped in and killed it. And then I have my golden sage. If you're looking for a low covering sage that doesn't get very big, this is amazing. It only gets about this tall, maybe a little bit taller, and it's really pretty. And same thing, it has the same smell as the other sages, a little bit lighter, not as potent as the kitchen sage. Kitchen sage is going to have the strongest smell and flavor to it because it's for kitchens. Last but not least, I have my clary sage. This is the first year that I'll have it. Its leaves are humongous. I mean, look at that's like as big as my hand. And it's hopefully going to be really pretty. They have really pretty flowers I'm excited to see. And as you can see, my poor grape plant had all these little baby grapes on it. Got broken by a stinky cat. I put a stick here to kind of deter the cat from jumping here. So, I mean, it's not dead or anything. It'll come back. It'll be all right. But all the grapes fell off. So sad. Anyways, so that is the tour of my garden this morning. Oh, I do want to show you real quick the flowering Veronica because it's really pretty. Oh, my borage is coming back. Then this plant is amazing. If you have never grown it before, it has really pretty flowers, but it smells like cucumbers. It's amazing. So see, here is that Veronica. As you can see, it's got pretty little purple flowers. If it'll focus in. Oh, there we go, in the light maybe. Focus. There we go. These are really pretty dainty flowers. It also comes in this lighter green color, which is not as you can see, I had it covering that whole spot, and it's not coming back as well. But it'll come back, hopefully. And so we have this Veronica. And then, of course, my clover. I have yellow clover growing all over. It's fun because when it goes to seed and you touch it, it pops like popcorn. And so it's fun to walk past, but it is definitely a weed. It just grows up everywhere. It's nice. It's pretty. But so that's the garden tour for starting now. Soon I'll be planting vegetables and we'll have lots of fun stuff. But for now, that's it. And soon I am making the video for the moon. Yesterday I made these videos and then they wouldn't upload. So I had to start over again, and we're going to make them 2 videos today. We'll just finish with this beautiful, beautiful chives. These are amazing. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys all soon. I hope you are enjoying your gardening and have a blessed day.